Greetings, everyone. Glenn Calloway from the basement. Start of another week. It is Monday morning, and I am going to renew a series I was doing last year where I called it 24 and 24, and I would rank 24 of something because the year 24 made sense. So logically, it's 2025. This new series is called, or renewed series, I guess it was renewed for a second season, is called 25 and 25. And I'm going to start with the most challenging one I've ever done. I am ranking my favorite artists and favorite bands. Always kept them separate. You know, there's just, these are the solo artists like Bob Dylan and whatever, and then the bands, you know, on this side. I combined the two. I ranked them both. This was hard. Like, man, this was like so hard. You know, typically Grateful Dead's my favorite band. Bob Dylan's my favorite solo artist. Who ends up number one? Like, it's just like, it was really tough. And 25, and I left a ton out. So what I decided to do, because my favorite artists would include people like Miles Davis and Bela Fleck and Ry Cooder, Lydia Lovelace. There's a whole bunch. Anushka Shankar, Ravi Shankar, Hiromi. A whole bunch of them I could name. I left them off if they're not really solid pop rock genre artists. So I'm going to do another list at some point. I'm going to compile a list of all the artists that don't fit into that category. So that's why some of these artists that Billy Strings, another one, I just left them all for another list. Anyway, so let's get started. First of all, I want to give an honorable mention. These people should not be left out. This band should not be left out. But it's not in my top 25. How the Mighty Have Fallen Off the Turntable and Shattered on the Floor in a Million Pieces. Just a distant echo in the night. The Beatles get an honorable mention. They did not even make my top 25. I'm just not listening. The 25 that I chose are bands that I'm listening to all the time. That's why they didn't make it. Not anti-Beatle. Just, you know, if you're not sitting on my record player, you're not making my list. So there we go. The shocker. Number 25. This band is moving up the list. I'm a latecomer. Thank you to Steve Hackett for finally getting me into this great music. Genesis. I could have ranked them higher, but for now, number 25. I bet you when I do this 26 and 26 list, they will be much, much higher. But Genesis. Number 24. Sly the Family Stone. Incredible album stand, incredible band. Box set that I got last year, I absolutely love, with a big compilation of all their songs. Just incredible band. Sly and the Family Stone, number 24. Number 23, Pentangle. British folk at its best. Bert Jansch, another artist that will be in my other list. Just great stuff. I mean, Bert Jansch, John Bourne, Renborn, I'm sorry. It's a great album. Sweet Child. This is the album I think that kind of got me into them. Yeah, just heavy into the British folk scene. Love that stuff. Okay, next. The Doors. At number 22. I pulled out this box set again. The Doors live in Detroit. I'm loving this. This is the Record Store 4-album set. The sound is really good. The keyboards, the guitars, Jim's vocals. I'm blown away by how good this album sounds for a live album. Fantastic. The performances are really good, kind of raw. Just really cool stuff. I'm so happy I got that. Really happy. It's really good. The Doors. Next on my list, a Band that's, I guess, you consider a current band. Tedeschi Trucks, Susan Tedeschi and the Great Derek Trucks. Seen these guys in concert twice. If they're ever come to your area, go see them. They're fantastic live. What a band. This was their last studio album series, I Am the Moon, which consisted of 4 albums. But, I mean, Derek's just one of the great guitar players on the planet. And Susan Tedeschi, what a voice, and a great guitar player as well. Tedeschi Trucks, a band that I will go see whenever they're anywhere near me. Next, number 20, The Band. And my favorite band album, the second one, the Brown album, The Band. Great stuff. Next, the Omen Brothers Band. Fantastic. Dwayne, Greg, Derek Trucks, J-Mo. Not Derek Trucks, Butch Trucks. Fantastic stuff. Barry Oakley. Next, band again, I was a big Sting fan, and Police kind of liked some of the songs, and then something hit me, and I decided to start delving in, and man, these guys are freaking incredible. What a great band. The Police at number 18. At number 17, come the Rolling Stones. Exile on Main Street is my favorite Stones album. My nephew Jack was visiting on the weekend. We were talking a bit about this album, and I think I got to spin it today. I haven't played it for a while. Next on my list, after the Rolling Stones, comes... I may have had those ranked backwards. Maybe the Who should have been first and then the Stones after, but because I listen to the Stones more than I listen to the Who. But Quadrophenia, great double album. Exile, great double album. I mean, this is my favorite Who album. Doesn't really matter between 16 and 17. Both great bands. Both bands I got to see in their heyday. Next, Canterbury Prague Caravan, the Great Caravan. I love this band. I think this is a band that people who think they don't like prog music could get into. Great stuff. This is an incredible album in the land of gray and pink. Next is number 14, and it is the Kinks. One of the great bands of all time. Ray Davis, Dave Davis. I mean, just fantastic stuff. This is my favorite Kinks album. Power Man Lola versus the Money Go Round. Great album. Next, number 13, Chicago, based on their first 2 albums and the third album I'll throw in. But the first 2 albums, no one's ever made better records. Fantastic stuff. Chicago. Number 12, the amazing Jethro Tull. Aqualung, one of my top 5 albums of all time. Incredible. Great band. Number 11, the mighty Zeppelin. Couldn't quite squeeze them into the top 10. Led Zeppelin 1. A game changer. Here we go. Top 10. Number 10, Jefferson Airplane. This is a band that got me into the whole San Francisco scene when this album came out. Just a favorite album of mine, and just a great band. Surrealistic Pillow. Jefferson Airplane is my 10th favorite band. Number 9, the great Jefferson Airplane, Steve Hackett. I'm pulling vinyl from all of these that I can, and so I grabbed this one, Steve Hackett, Defector. There are albums I like more, but this is still a good album, and he's such a great guitar player. I'm just in love with his stuff. The live stuff he releases is just gold. He's really a game changer for me, Steve Hackett. Number 8. XTC, thanks to my buddy Larry for opening my eyes to this band when he gave me this album in an album exchange. Black Sea, this is the one that hooked me. English Settlement is the one that puts them into the top 10 of all time for me. And just such a great band. So inventive. It's just incredible stuff. Next, number 7. Band that I just started listening to not long ago, and they are just up there. I have not heard one bad note of music in 10 albums. Not one bad note. What band can you say and you go, that sounds okay? I have not heard one. I have not said to myself once, that sounds just okay. Every song is frickin' awesome. Widespread Panic. This is a excellent studio album. It just rocks. Fantastic stuff. This band is frickin' awesome. Awesome, I tell you. They'll probably be higher up than 7 next time. Number 6, Mr. Bowie, the genius of David Bowie. This is my favorite Bowie album, Low. What can you say about David Bowie? He's just fricking incredible. Another guy, man, it's hard to dislike a song on a Bowie album. They're so good. Number 5, the incredible King Crimson. And again, one of my top 5 albums of all time. I love this band. Their albums just are incredible stuff. Just to sit back and listen to the intensity and the beauty, and it's just inventiveness, just incredible stuff. Next, number 4, Yes. The Yes album. This is the album that kind of finally broke it for me for Yes, when I finally gave it a second chance at some point and went, these guys are amazing. Yes, the Yes album, Yes Band, number 4. Number 3, Mr. Zappa, the Grand Wazoo I pulled out. I could have pulled out 100 different albums, but, I was a big fan in the 60s, kind of let him go after the first 3 albums. We're Only in It for the Money, Absolutely Free, and Freak Out. I was too young. I was just, my musical mind was not ready for the jazz fusion stuff, like with Hot Rats type stuff. I couldn't get it. And then Apostrophe and Overnight Sensation and Zoot Allures, those albums came out and renewed my love for Zappa in the 70s. And then kind of dropped it again at some point. And then, I don't know, when they started reissuing all the CDs, the Family Trust, like 15, it's got to be 15, 16 years ago, I'm thinking, maybe 2008 or something. I started buying them as they were coming out, and just the genius of Frank just came back to me, and just one of the most gifted artists of all time. Number 1, this was my conundrum. What the hell do? You got Bob Dylan, you got the Grateful Dead. So Bob's the GOAT. I can't help it. Bob is number 1. I pulled out Rough and Rowdy Ways, which is just a killer record. But I did see the Bob Dylan movie, by the way, so that's an upcoming video. I'm just trying to get my thoughts together so I can do a half-assed review of the movie. Number 2, but Grateful Dead. I mean, just amazing stuff. I listen to the Grateful Dead all the time, like all the time. Yesterday, driving home from my daughter's place, or from my son-in-law, when we dropped Jack off at my brother-in-law's place, and listening to Europe 72 all the way home. Man, can't get enough. So that's my 25 and 25. Like I said, there's another list coming out with the artists that kind of are in obscure genres or different genres, or jazz or bluegrass or world music or more folky stuff like that. It's coming. So everyone have a great day. Take care.